monsters now! Trust risers.
Fucking shit, get that man out of my life.
It's a tragedy that so many people have tried to wipe these things from the earth.
You are loved, you are important, you are loved.
Sharing is caring, you all know this.
I'm following my heart, but at the same time, stop asking about him.
Revenge is a dish best served bad.
When my crown is returned, all the peoples of Elna will turn to me and say, fuck!
Oh, shit.
There's no way that you're still here, and there's not hope of something.
Time is of the essence. Scary Mountain, there's an artifact there.
And Kasara the Beige appears, flanked by Telmir the Calm and a host of elves. Roll initiative. Welcome, one and all, back to another exciting episode of Escape from the Bloodkeep. My name is Brennan Lee Mulligan. These are our vile villains. Say hello, vile villains.
Hello, vile villains.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Last we left our vile villains, they were down in the forge in the scary volcano. This is the forge where Zaulnaj, the Lord of Shadows, first forged the circles of eternal chains and his one crown. You are all surrounded the two halflings down by the magic anvil. This anvil is covered with glowing green runes in the midnight tongue, a gift from Gogmoth to his servant Zaulnaj all those long years ago. The anvil looks really fucking heavy. It's a big ass anvil. There's two little halflings next to it, and Kasara the Beige, an Iru spirit, and Telmir the Calm, the father of Efink Murder Death, and a number of high elven warriors have just appeared in a blinding flash of light. Now, what I have to give you guys before we go any farther is your minis, which I will hand out right now.
Hey. I do like that, look, these elves, or these halflings, they could throw the thing in right there, but they made their way all the way down to the end.
Idiots!
Here we go. Maggie, this is
Cool. Big fucking hammer.
Leiland, this is you. Slick! Floating ghastly above the ground. Efink. This is Sokar right here.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And this is, oh boy, careful with this one.
Oh,
this is Lilith.
She's so cool!
That's amazing. Spiders down there.
Oh my gosh!
And finally, Iffy, here's Markus St. Vincent, the Unseen Blade, and Jeremy.
It's Jeremy.
And before we jump into initiative order, you guys should place your minis down on the forge
We're on
below.
this platform?
You're on that platform down there. You can be anywhere on that platform you want to be, but you're definitely down on that platform.
Jeremy has a little shield that has a big J on it.
Yeah.
Aww.
J for Jeremy.
I would like to
Well,
chat
wait,
here.
He's got a big old
this
collar,
is-
like a little bandana that says J.
I've already.
Oh, a little bandana! It's a bandana!
Little
Yes, that's correct.
bandana thing.
Mine is a custom Hero Forge mini. I'd like to shout that out. Also, I'd like to say that I deeply am uncomfortable with spiders. I do not like spiders. I do not like the way they move. I do not like the way they look.
Well, now you do.
So nobody send me pictures or GIFs or videos of spiders.
I can think of no better way to assure that will happen.
Yeah,
You just said.
absolutely, this will happen.
Oh God.
Jeremy and
I'm massive.
Great.
You're pretty.
Oh my God, Erica.
I don't know where I'm gonna fit. I'm very big.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Bound to be a
very
halfling right
big.
about now.
Oh my Lord.
funny.
Look at
An
me.
absolute unit.
Oh Lord, I'm coming.
Incredible. For everyone else here, because we're now looking at the actual space, I will describe what exists beyond the borders of this as well. So this is the actual pathway you've come from. Through this passageway here is the path that leads back to the Bloodkeep, right? These guys just teleported in here, right? the caldera of the volcano is much larger than this. This is almost, if you think of the caldera
Okay, I'm
as-
gonna be a dummy.
No worries.
What say call it? What is it?
the hole where the lava come out.
Hole.
Yeah.
Lava hole.
The lava hole.
Okay.
The place where in science fair you would pour the vinegar and the baking soda. That is. Although some kids actually had like a vent in the side to be extra fancy. Did you guys ever see? Never mind.
Is this the origin of the word cauldron?
Yeah, did they make a
Cauldron.
bong?
Is this related to the word cauldron?
It is etymologically related to the word cauldron. Yeah.
All the pieces are coming
Okay,
together.
finally I'm starting to see what we're doing.
Isn't language fascinating?
Fascinating. So what I want to point out is that this is solid wall here. This bridge kind of comes down. The wall hugs more closely over here. This opens up into a vast kind of sea of lava. And this is also kind of a little bay from the bigger, more massive open sea of lava in this massive mountain, right? So there is ceiling a couple hundred feet up above you guys here, because this is like a little side cavern, almost like a little bay off of a bigger sea of lava. So wall over here, ceiling up top here. Out in the open lava area, smoke and fire and things spew out. But out through there as well is actually like an open, you know, the channel that goes up to open sky up above it, right? Just to give you an idea of like layout and everything like that. In terms of distance, you guys probably traveled for about 45 minutes underground to get here. So it's not like you're immediately in rooms in the Bloodkeep through this passageway here. That being said, are there any things people would have done, either like investigation, nature, perception, anything like that in this space, now that you're actually looking at it in the moment before we get started?
I'd like to see if there's any, like, trap-like things that I can use against our enemies.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right. That is going to be 12.
12. You don't see any big, like, ooh, what's the one fucking rope I can cut to chandelier drop on these guys, right? Swashbuckler style. But what you do see is a lot of moving parts here. I will describe that in terms of like architecture and stuff. The walkways obviously look rickety. There's a lot of chains everywhere that are varying degrees of loosely tied down or not. So there's a lot of room for you to get up to kind of piratey shenanigans in this space.
Go ahead. I am, I guess, this is very vague. I'm gonna start vague and try to, I guess, focus down. I'm very curious about this forge and the anvil and their significant. It seems to be, you know, this you know, crown related to forging the thing, but just sort of like, are there? I guess first question, like, are there things here to forge another crown?
Make an Arcana check.
All right.
That's my answer to that.
That is a 16 plus 1 is 17.
Everything here is replaceable with stuff in the Bloodkeep but the anvil.
Oh.
And this is the anvil that was seen
In my
in the
vision?
vision. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So what I wanted to do is maybe take that a little bit further. It is a 10-minute thing, but I think having seen it, I might have done it if I had time. Legend lore, the actual anvil itself.
Cool. Legend lore you would not have had time for, because you guys basically rushed down here and muscled
Got
up
it.
those halflings
Okay,
right
cool.
out of the gate.
Yeah.
Cool.
The sides of the walls are, and you said there is a ceiling, but it's a couple hundred feet up. So all the walls are very far away and mostly inaccessible.
Mostly inaccessible. So your spider climb thing is obviously going to be way more useful over here if you could get to that wall. Unfortunately, there's too much space with lava for you.
I'm sorry, you keep saying the word wall. What does that mean?
Wall is like a sideways floor.
Is that anything like a sideways ceiling?
No, oh wait, that is a wall. Yeah, I thought about that. Wow, yeah, that's true. Cool.
And we came from.
You came from this path. Your exit's now barred, basically.
Okay.
Wait, so this path, the path we came in is barred?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, were you just being
there
by
are
all the
people
people
there.
there, but
All
it's
the people
physically, there's,
Physically still open.
if we muscled our way through, we could still get through.
Yes, correct.
Got it.
Probably would have had webs like trailing behind me and
Cool.
everything
Dope.
all along to wherever path we went through.
Cool, I can dig it. I'm going to, now we go back to this present moment here. Your enemies appear. You see that the two halflings, Drova Longfoot and her companion Galfast Hamhead, look up at...
Wait. Hamhead?
Galfast Hamhead, you know.
Galfast Hamhead, her loyal gardener and companion. You see that Galfast looks up and says, "Right, it's Cassara the Beige. Lords, aren't we lucky to have a wizard show up?" And you see Drova says, "Yes, Galfast, I'm so weak. These people are so scary. I'm sad." And you see Cassara calls out and says, "Forces of darkness, know this. The door of doom is laid low, and the forces of light now walk freely in the northern realms of Gorgar. We make our way to the Bloodkeep. We have come here to save our friends. Give them safe passage from this place. Leave and never return, or you will surely die here." You see Telmir goes, "The penance for the crimes that have been committed against our people will be paid in its own time, daughter."
Yes, but how do you feel about it, Father? You never express any emotions about anything.
Yes, that's very good. Talk about your feelings.
I am filled with nothing more than a calm, ever-flowing feeling of doing what I must.
How is this the good guy?
Thank you.
Wonderful. You see that Cassara says, "Very well. If you will not leave, then we will make right the wrongs that dwell here." And we are going to start at the top of the initiative as these high elves rush you guys.
Where's Dad? Where is he?
He's right behind. I'm sorry. What is her name? Something the beige.
Cassara.
Beige.
Beige lady.
Beige lady.
Beige mommy.
Beige mommy.
My beige mommy.
Why does she get wings?
It's a great question.
I'm immediately jealous.
Love that.
Oh, watch your step, idiot.
These guys are ready to plunge in. Should I house rule that if they fall in, they actually...
Easy.
Very...
Well, gang, looks like we cleaned up another.
Only the talents of us to get that.
We're all sitting there like, oh, well, all right.
I don't know. It was quite easy for us to get down here.
These more of the elves go like, "Let's take this path. It's much more secure." Incredible. These guys are done this way, and I'm actually going to make the call that most of these guys actually are going to come.
Nice.
For tactical reasons, purely tactical reasons.
Yes, exactly.
Is it a thing if your character does fall off like that they do?
No, we're
Okay.
not going
Okay,
to
cool.
do that. There will have to be an in-game justification for that. Although,
Okay.
if you guys are doing crazy acrobatic stuff on these rickety-ass things, there may be some rules that
Okay.
happen.
Got it.
Cool. So, Lilith, that's going to be your turn.
Well, I think I'll scutter up towards there. Yeah.
Cool. So you're heading towards the bridge?
Yes.
Gotcha. So 5, 10, let's see how many.
I'm 50.
Your movement is 50?
Yes.
Cool. Let's just see here. Bada boom. So from there, you can get all,
Ooh.
yeah, you can get all the way right here.
So I think that I'd like to I'm going to set up a grasping vine or a grasping web, which is 30 feet away, probably on the side of one of those.
Cool. Let's see if you're 60 feet from one of these guys here. Unfortunately, they are not within range. You can actually,
But I can set it up for later.
you could ready an action to cast that spell. Or is this? It's
I believe
concentration.
it's a concentration.
Oh,
so
so
it
you're
just
making
it stays there.
You're making
and
a
then,
trap. Gotcha. Cool. Great. Awesome. You conjure a vine that appears there. That's very.
But
very
it'll be one. So basically, what happens is I turn around and I shoot sticky web out of my bottom, and it'll stick to the side, and then that web somehow becomes sentient and starts flailing around.
Great. So, yeah, blast a bunch of web out of your butt. Whipping thing of web on it. Awesome.
And as a bonus action, I would also like to cast the spirit totem, the blood spirit. So we all get, anybody within my aura that I choose has a plus 19. HP and advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
How far is your aura?
That is 30 feet.
And does that aura stay in one place or follow you?
I can move it to around
Wherever
60
you want.
feet,
Cool.
wherever I want.
Dope. So yes, everyone within that aura gains those temporary hit points, 19 temporary.
Are we
HP.
all in 30 feet?
Well, I'll say that you can create that before you move,
Sure.
and then yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
So that was 19 hit points, and then
19
and then
temporary.
advantage on strength checks.
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome. Great. So you create the vine.
So as a bonus action, since that's a bonus action, do I get also? Can I ready an action? A standard action?
Because this thing doesn't act on its own, it takes bonus actions for you. I would recommend readying an action
So
to
if
cast
I can.
Yeah, so ready, yes. So you can ready. So instead of casting it now, if you ready it for when someone comes into range, you'll get that free attack when you do it.
I shall ready it then.
Hell yeah. Awesome. That is Lilith. That's going to be Galfast and Drova.
No.
You guys see that Galfast looks over to Drova and says, Miss Drova, I may not be able to carry the crown anymore on account we threw it in the lava, but I can carry you! And lifts her up and begins to rush. Who are they going to rush to? Little halfling.
Use my
no.
Yeah!
That's all it took.
So
all it
easy.
took. So easy.
Your wings didn't work at all.
You guys see that Galfast looks incredibly jacked. She lifts up. It's like, you've been chasing these halflings. You always, when you were chasing them down, were always like, 3 of these halflings seem like sort of petty bourgeoisie, like country aristocrats, and then one of them seems like a blue collar, no nonsense, actually has a job halfling, and that's Galfast. She just literally holding Drove like climbs just using her feet, giant hairy feet up there, and that's going to be Leiland.
Good for them.
Woman after my heart.
All right. Well, as they pass by, I just kind of look down towards Longfoot and say, hello again. And with my mind kind of spike the pain in their shoulder from the remnants of my blade, which still rests inside.
Oh, I'm very weak.
And as they begin to climb the ladder...
She's the hero? It's not Hamhead? Hamhead,
It seems debatable to me.
this whole army's just fucking mindfuck.
I drift behind them up the side, kind of this cold shadow that looms, and pass just to the front of them. Kind of standing in front, right where they are.
A giant.
You destroyed the crown of my master. Watch as yours all wither. And barely glancing, I'm gonna go ahead and use Circle of Death. So 150-foot range, a 60-foot radius sphere from a point within that range. I'm gonna go ahead and put it right about there.
Jesus Christ. Oh man, so that's 60 feet.
60-foot
Jesus
radius.
Oh, 60-foot radius.
So from there,
So 120-foot diameter.
yeah.
Oh, that's truly no sweat at all. You hit. God, what a spell! All right. How about it? Oh
You can
my
do that every
God.
turn, that's how that...
No, this is the one time I get to. So as I just raise my hand up and release, my grasp staring right into the 2 halflings' faces, the air kind of slowly turns to the sickly green as you watch the life force drawn out of everything in the vicinity.
Incredible.
36 points of necrotic damage, unless they make a Constitution saving throw for half.
36 is what you said. 36. Cool. Jesus Christ.
Well, you're gonna have to do a lot of rolling.
I'm gonna do a lot of rolling right now. No, that's
Do you roll for every
And the DC on that
18.
is 18. Good.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That was a spell.
Incredible.
This is the Avada Kedavra.
Yeah, exactly. And it's Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm a warlock. What can you do?
I suppose you may do well this time, Leland.
You're all watching now, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll see if it works.
True.
Oh, a circle just appeared out of a sphere, actually. Did,
Look, everybody
did you
did
do
that. No,
Yes,
I
was
didn't.
it-
I don't
it
think
wasn't
I did
you?
it.
Oh, it must have been Markus then.
Oh, well
Yes,
done.
Markus, well done, well done.
Good job.
Thank you so much.
He just takes it.
Oh yeah.
And how much damage is that again, Matt?
That was 36, I think.
Jesus Christ. Would like this battle to, I don't know, be somewhat interesting. And then immediately, boom! High level characters are great. Everyone's like, I'm having a great time. Hell yeah. Cool. So you see extending from your hand, well, actually, let me roll for Kasara and Telmir as well, because they also got to deal with this shit. Cool. That's going to be Kasara and Telmir. As Leiland raises that hand, all of the life is just sucked out of these people. You see that these elves that have lived for centuries wither and their lips crack and turn bone white. About an even half of them look as though a feather would knock them over. And even the other half look gravely mortally injured. Kasara and Telmir stand, but even they feel the sting of this necrotic energy. And you see a look shine over the elves' eyes as all of them suddenly realize they will never see the White Shores. And
You could do all that, but you couldn't catch them halflings.
These guys. These were the guys that
Yes, you said that they were terrifying.
Should've
Our
just gone
flames
town
from
to
their
town doing
eyes.
cool.
you couldn't catch Hamhead?
Very strong forearms.
It's all the ham.
I gotta eat more ham.
Awesome.
That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn, great. You see that Kasara skids back from this necrotic blast that truly fills the entire bay of the forge. You see that she says, evil is not the only force at work in this world. Boom! And her staff thunders down onto the promontory. I'm gonna need all of you guys and Jeremy to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my God.
20.
Oh, I have a wonderful wisdom.
Well,
No!
and then be bad. Yes.
I have a +10, but I rolled a natural 1.
No!
I like how you said
have a
just
wonderful
before.
Yeah, right
With
before you
perfect
roll.
comedic timing.
Let's see, I rolled 14, but I'm trying to see. I feel like I vaguely remember having advantage on wisdom saves for something, or advantage on saves versus greater celestials.
You do, and Kasara is a greater celestial. Great. You have advantage on those saves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will take. So that was 11.
Good memory.
I'll keep the 18 then. That'll be 18 plus 3 for that, so that'll be 21. And does Jeremy also?
Jeremy
have
has to make a wisdom save as well.
Does he also have that jammer thing?
He also have what?
Does he also benefit from my my advantage there?
I don't believe so. no.
Great. Okay. So let's see. I'll roll for him. He does have advantage on saves while he's in line of sight, though.
Oh, there you go.
So I'll just take that. That 20.
You see that Kasara hits this thing. The head of her staff glows with pure white light. Let's go around the table. What'd you get?
14.
14?
20.
20.
11, but natural 1.
Natural one, gotcha.
21 and 20.
20.
17.
17?
18.
18. Okay, so that's going to be, you got 14, right? So bizarrely, you got an 18, right? You said?
Yeah.
Cool. So a weird split here. Efink, Maggie, and Lilith. You look at Kasara, her flowing beige robes, glistening, radiant skin, her wings spread out. Even here in the depths of the scary volcano, she is radiant, and you are all under the effects of the frightened condition. You may play that however you like, but you may not approach her, and you get disadvantage on attack rolls. You see her like just, hold here, shadows, and be cleansed from the world. You guys
love her wings. This is a woman I'm very intimidated by. I don't know if that's kosher to say, but
The elf I was always meant to be.
Leiland, the fear does not grip your heart at all. Here, next to this anvil, when there's a chance of your lord and master being reconstituted.
I just respond with, oh, second staff, how nice.
You've been very saucy, Leiland. It might be time for you to finally go to your resting place, don't you think?
I think not.
So far, Jeremy, you're just like, light, okay. You see, Jeremy just goes,
I agree, Jeremy.
and Markus, you've seen scarier shit than this.
Should have pulled out a sack of money. That would have made me. That would have got me all.
Big ol' IOU.
Yeah.
Nothing scarier than that.
I'm frightened now.
Cool.
Bring out my tax man. That'll get me going.
Awesome. That's going to be Maggie.
Okay. So I can't. What does approach her mean in this context? Does that mean going in this direction generally?
Yes, basically approaching her. I won't be a hard ass about it. We can judge it more fairly, but I would say like not closing a lot of distance with her. You can move lateral. You don't have to move away from her, but
Okay,
yeah.
so where do I go?
Do we feel like we need to get the anvil out of here,
Right.
or move it in any way, or protect it, or do we think it's more of a like protect it, or do we think it's like a get this thing out of here kind of jam?
I think we maybe leave
think
it
we
and
can
build
leave it and
build a
later.
circlet. That's what I think.
Unless you have a bright idea on how to relocate the anvil.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean,
I'm just gonna kill whatever enters the
Maggie's
chamber.
incredibly
I'm very strong.
This is true.
But I think we just need to get these jerks out of here and then we figure it out. No?
maybe we could lift it out of the caldera.
Learn something today.
I left it into a. Yes, it's my word of the day, and what a coincidence we find ourselves in a very.
So is it that if because I guess I just don't know where to move then? That's
Yeah.
helpful. So
You can move up after those halflings up there if you wanted to go do something
Okay.
with them. I would also say that if you wanted to move like over to this promontory, just as long as you weren't getting closer to Kasara, like if you wanted to go and get ready to go up that bridge, you could, because you're also going to be able to try and resist this every turn, basically.
Okay. I guess it looks like you kind of have these halflings, or do you? Right?
Right.
We have to wonder, right? Just a little humor.
Take your turn.
So I guess
Because he never had them.
yeah, I know, right? It's so funny. It's crazy. So maybe I will try to move towards here.
Awesome.
How far can I go? It says I have 40 feet.
So each little dot is five.
Five.
So 40 is 8, basically.
Cool.
That chain.
You're attached to the chain.
Tetherball. Wee.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 puts you there for regular movement.
And then you can, if you want to use your action to dash, you can totally do that.
Yeah, maybe I'll dash. Let's see.
You got a cool ombre.
How much can you dash?
Your speed again. So dash is using your action to just move again.
Cool, so I moved there, and I can only really hit people, and there's no one around me, so I guess
Cool.
that's it.
So that's good. Yeah, you start to like charge up the ramp. At the end of your turn, you make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. And that's a 7 plus 2, 9.
9. I will also say you're a berserker, right?
Yes.
If you were to use your, you think I have mindless rage.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yes.
if you rage, you can just ignore the effects of frightened.
Oh, yes. Yes, this is what I would like to do.
So as a bonus action, you go into, so you feel the fear of her, and then you reach down deep into the pit of your demonic heart, and you're like, I can get mad enough to not give a shit about this lady.
Yeah. Great.
And you find that rage within you, and the condition is removed.
Great.
Or suppressed, I should say.
And is that just for this turn?
That's just for this turn. So that's your turn. You're moving. Telmir is going to move as well. And he's going to...
Before he moves, can that trigger, I want to just say something to him.
Yeah, go for it.
Before, so I see he's about to act, and I'm like, Father, would you assault your queen? And I pull out my divorce papers that I always have on me, and it has Percival's name on them.
You see, he looks at you and says, it's an interesting hypothetical. I shall ponder it, perhaps in the lee of a beautiful ridge. Does that answer your question?
God, he's so calm.
It's just annoying. It just is grating.
Yeah.
God, I want him to scream.
Are you planning on divorcing Percival?
It's some maybe, but
Yes, you are. You are.
Well, hold on. I am at this point. What is important is if he is king, I am queen.
Ah. Do you want that?
Well, are you proud of me? Is all.
Wow. That's desperately sad. All right, let's continue fighting.
He's just the worst.
Cool. Yes, Telmir rushes down here, and that is going to be Efink. That is your turn.
Okay. So, you know, my dad sucks real bad. I'm going to. This isn't an attack. So let me know. I'm gonna use my. Well, she's not even in a line. Yeah, I'm gonna use my Staff of Storms that I took from like her sister wizard, and I'm going to cast. I take my staff out and I'm like, I adore you so much. You are terrifying to behold. Mimicry is the best form of flattery. Aha! And I strike my own staff, and thunder and lightning strike, and thunderclap.
Cool.
Also, all happen at the same time.
Great.
I'm going to actually cast it at my dad, because fuck him. And so a line of lightning will go towards him, a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. It's 120 feet, which I think will, well, maybe not.
Let's see here. So that's 80 from you.
Okay.
So so from you to there is 80. And then from here, if that's 40, it'll do it. It does not. It
doesn't?
But maybe if you move to the edge but you can't because of Kasara.
Because of Kasara. So I'll just give it to her then.
Cool, great.
So she'll take some lightning. It'll traverse the lava, the center of the caldera, if you will, and I'll cast Thunderclap, which is 600 feet out from me. So that's kind of everybody.
Cool.
Unfortunately, even I think my friends. But so everyone has to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
Or become stunned until the end of your next turn.
Only deafened.
Oh,
right.
Lightning strike. Yes, gotcha.
Only deafened.
Fantastic.
Cool. Awesome. Great. So I will need everybody here to roll a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
All right.
20.
Natural 20, nice. It's 18 for me.
And then you
Cool.
add this.
21 for Lilith.
30.
Awesome.
She rolled yours is 30.
15 for soak bar.
If I get mana, is that only on my...
And then that's another nat 20 for Jeremy.
Oh my gosh.
You see, as you do the thunderclap, you see that Jeremy looks over at you and goes, ah! And you see that his eyes shrivel, pop out, and two new eyes are popped up the stalks back into sockets. And he goes,
So you're welcome, Jeremy. Anytime I can bring you back to the bog from whence you came. Happy to do so.
incredible.
That means he likes you.
If anyone...
He doesn't do that for everyone.
Incredible.
If anyone failed the thunderclap, you take 4 thunder damage.
Yowzer.
If you were successful, you take 2 thunder damage. and you're not deafened. So if you failed it, you are deafened. Sorry.
All right.
Awesome. And then go ahead and roll your lightning for Kasara.
Okay, so
What was the AC?
10,
D17.
20.
Yeah.
And sorry, failing that one
27.
means getting what when you rolled?
Failing, you succeeded.
Yes,
So you
okay.
take 2 damage.
Okay.
And that's it. So this is 27 lightning damage to Kasara if she failed. 27, so 13 if she succeeded.
Gotcha. She does not succeed, so she takes the full 37, right?
27.
Oh, 27.
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah. So that's gonna be awesome. At the end of your turn, I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw at the end of your turn, Efink.
It's just the battle of the staffs. Okay, sorry, dexterity? All right, 13.
Awesome. 13. I'm also going to need that from, let me see if 20, yeah. I'm gonna need Soapbar, Jeremy, and Markus to all make the same saving throw.
Sorry, what do we? I missed that.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. All right, we'll roll for soap.
Oh,
first.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Marcus.
Nice.
What is that? 9? Yeah,
You got
mistake.
Mark.
Very
got
dexterous.
mocked.
Yeah.
That is a 12 for Soakbar, and Jeremy gets advantage on all saves. So let's see, 12. Oh, great. So 12 plus 2 to all saves, 14 plus no dex. So 14 for that.
Cool. So for anyone that made this, the DC was 18. For anyone that got an 18 or higher, you take 15 points of damage. Anyone that got 17 or lower takes 30 points of damage. As Kasara goes, it's not a bad hit, and wraps the entire center column in radiant white fire that deals radiant and fire damage to all of you there.
So Marcus does like an elegant flip, disappears, reappears, and goes, not a scratch because I have evasion, so I take no damage on successful dex.
Hell yeah. Extremely cool. Awesome. That's going to be, and then you may roll another wisdom save for the fear effect at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Is that another nat 1?
No, it's a 2. It's a 2 plus 10 is 12.
You're still a scared.
And I'm going to play it still just super reverent instead.
Cool. Soapbar, it is your turn, and you and Jeremy are not on the same initiative, but there's nobody in between you and Jeremy.
Okay. It doesn't matter if which one of us goes first.
Soapbar, or technically Jeremy goes first, but you guys can actually act in whatever order you like best.
All right, cool. This feels like it might be a waste of a turn, but I have to do it because it just seems fun. So, am I correct in remembering that they said that the lava mog was living in the scary volcano?
Yes,
Yeah,
you were.
you did.
Can I do some kind of nature check or something to see? Could I try to call or call the
Mike.
lava mog?
Could you please roll me a nature check with advantage?
Ooh.
See, I knew that, but I didn't want to bait the RP, so I just shut up.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
All right, here we go. Ooh, that is a 19 plus 6, so 25.
Boglord, master of beasts. What does Soapbar do in this moment?
He's like, creatures of shadow, creatures of darkness, I have come to me, come to my aid.
No.
Come, help!
Rising from the magma is the single most beautiful creature Soapbar. God. You see, even Jeremy looks at it and goes,
For the first time in however long you all have known Lilith, some of you for hundreds of years, she looks deeply impressed.
What a man!
That was very good.
That is ridiculous.
Holy
What's his name?
You see that all the elves, Kasara, Telmir, all go, ha, ha! Looking at this pure nightmare. What did you roll a 19 and got like a what? Like
I rolled a 19 and I have a plus 6, so I had a 25.
You see this thing comes and looks at you and goes, and a long, boiling hot tentacle, which deals you 7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Lovingly strokes your
Sizzling flesh.
I think he likes me, guys.
Your face! Your face!
Oh, it's fine. It'll heal. Don't do that.
What's its name?
Is this the name I'm getting it, or can I get some kind of?
with a 25, you like snuffle at it. First of all, with a 25, this is a brood mother.
Oh.
Lava mogs. Lava mogs only need to breed once every 1,000 years, and they can keep fertilized eggs in a boiling chamber of lava in their own body, and they don't have to gestate it for centuries or millennia. And this one is carrying potentially enough active children within it that it could.
The species could come back on the brink of extinction. Guys, this is incredible.
I'm so happy.
Pregnancy announcement today. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just wonderful.
But you see it goes. So that was. I'm going to say that summoning this thing is your action.
Sure. That seems fair.
Yeah, it's pretty fair, right?
So disgusting.
Awesome. But you have another bonus action. You have your movement, and then Jeremy has his whole turn.
Cool. Great. Sorry, I need a moment to process this, I guess.
This insane thing that just happened here.
Is this just so I kind of know for kind of planning my own thing? I have animal friendship, which will sort of like let me convince things, or is this thing already kind of befriended to me with the loving tentacle, and it's like ready to sort of do my bidding?
I think you've summoned it. If you wanted to give it, this is the kind of thing that will probably act according to instinct, unless you take time and effort to animal friendship it and be commanding it.
Got it. Cool. Now the animal friendship is an action, so I couldn't do that this turn anyway, right?
I'll say that if you want to make animal friendship the action that you took, you are welcome to do that. In other words, like your summoning with the nature check was also you casting the animal friendship spell.
I see. Great.
Cool.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, let's see if we can get a little agency or over this fellow. So I will cast animal friendship as well, which lets me convince a beast that I mean it no harm. Let's see. If the beast's intelligence is a 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by me.
Okay, so it's going to make a wisdom saving throw,
Yeah.
or be charmed. Rolled a 2. This thing is extreme. You hear it go, and you can see it gargling lava in its throat. And it really likes you.
Knows how to pronounce the name of this volcano.
It does sound a lot like Jeremy's. Jeremy might be a female, honestly.
Awesome.
Cool. So if it's then I might suggest to it, I guess, that it. I don't know. What what's the most good that this thing can do? Is it in trying to take out the wizard? Is it in trying to? I guess we could move the anvil now, maybe if we wanted to.
Hold this.
Yeah. Where do we think it's the most good?
Killing.
Yeah. How about maybe I'll tell it to on its turn, whenever its turn is. It looks like its little arms can reach to maybe take out this bridge. Does that make sense? Try to lift up that, like knock those elves like into the lava.
Oh, hell yeah. Which one does Soakbar point to? Like what section of bridge does Soakbar point to?
I was saying if it's sort of like flip this guy up.
Hell yeah.
Does that?
That's fine.
That won't block our path or anything, I don't think.
You know, slow.
Cool. I'll sort of suggest to it that hey, it would be a really fun thing to do if you wanted to just like a little bit of exercise is good for a pregnant lava mog.
Excuse me. Okay, so far, watch out.
Nothing, not appearance, just keeping it healthy and stuff. Endorphins. That's probably Soakbar's turn, right? I'd probably use it. I guess I can still move if I wanted to. Or what am I working with here? I'm totally lost.
You've taken your action. You have your movement, and then Jeremy has his turn.
Great. I'm still kind of curious about this anvil. I feel like there's something here, but I'll just start running down the way here.
You could also mount Jeremy and ride him if you want.
Hell yeah.
Use your movement to mount up and ride out. Yeah.
Forward, Jeremy!
Wonderful. Awesome turn. That's going to that's going to go down. Markus, that's you.
All right. That wasn't a waste of a turn, by the way.
That's truly crazy.
I cannot believe that you remember that one random lava mog drop. It was like total RP, and I was like, I wonder if they'll catch it.
Oh,
You
man.
cannot say anything about monsters to me and not have me slogging around.
I'm asking myself where it shits from.
And I'm gonna lock that away forever.
So yeah, Markus is like, don't you dare don't you dare try and get away from me. I'm gonna come and take your family. Then I come up behind the elf and I take a sneak attack since are they facing
cool. They are facing Crosstoon. You do get sneak attack.
Nice.
Are you going after Galfast, who's the one running, or are you?
Oh, the one holding. Yeah, the
one holding. Cool.
Yeah.
You after Galfast. Awesome.
All right, go. And I'll roll. That's gonna be 18.
18 hits.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. 22 plus 6, 28 damage.
Ooh. Hell yeah. Cool. You run up, just fog of war, slide your short sword, and you feel the most intense muscle you've ever felt clamp down on the sword. It gets about like a good 3 or 4 inches into Galfast's back, and she goes, "Right, ain't no need to be a spoil sport about it," and drops gently, drove on the ground, and whips a frying pan out of her backpack and turns to face you.
Ooh. Too bad for her. With that, I move 15 away, and as the mist of my body passes through, it's like, make them pay. Literally.
Hell yeah. You guys hear from the smoke beyond you over here in the vast caldera. You hear.
I knew it.
Oh, I see what you were saying earlier.
Who the hell is this?
But that's ridiculous. Why haven't they been using those things all along, everyone?
A giant eagle flies through the open, the top of the caldera and drops the true king of Tiriath here, right in front of you, Markus.
Damn!
You see that he's a scruffy ranger. He's spent the past 80 years out sleeping in the woods, in the mud, in the rain, and has a sort of crown that doesn't seem like he wears it well on his head. He's just like a sort of rugged, outdoorsy guy. And he is dropped onto that platform, looks down at you, Efink, and goes, "Oh, sweetheart, they made me king. I'm the king of Tiriath."
Serve him, Efink, now's your chance. Serve him.
Do I serve him? Do I become queen? Do I serve him? Do I become queen?
No, don't worry, gal. I'm a rescue. They say I gotta live in a big stone house.
Yeah. Look, it was one night. It was a mistake.
love
But
it.
now I'm seeing
I
the
love it.
benefits. Oh, you love me.
I love you.
Oh, you love me.
Yeah, you're the prettiest self I've ever seen.
Well, that's true.
Okay.
I'm so conflicted right now. What did I ever see in you?
Incredible. Yes, that eagle rushes down towards there, and you guys see a second flies in as well, right over here, and is going to attack our friend Markus.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
This is nuts.
Yeah.
This is full tableau.
Look at how fucking.
I love it.
That's gonna be 11. Markus, you take 14 points of damage, and I'm gonna need you to make a strength saving throw as this thing tries to push you into the lava.
Oh, okay.
Advantage because of
Yeah. Oh, man. So first one's 12. I'll take the 12, 13.
13's gonna do it. That's exactly what you needed. As this thing tries to... awesome. Cool. That is now, so those are the eagles. The lava mog is going to whip around. Very careful with all these little spinies. There we go. And grabs this thing. Yes, this lava and this just massive crustacean lava arachnid arm blasts this entire thing off. This guy, and you just hear a little blast of flame. Elf is fucking toast. Fucking toast. Hell yeah.
That second guy was on there too.
Hell yeah. Awesome. That's the lava mog's turn. That's now going to be back to the top. That's high elves. These guys are gonna amazingly keep running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seems like huge arms are whipping around them in all directions.
You gotta knock that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Difficult terrain.
Incredible. These guys are gonna start rushing here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so yeah, you have your rated action.
Yes.
Go ahead and do your grasping vine.
No.
So you have to do a dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw DC 18, right?
Hey, Trav, will you hand me Bearman Magoo?
Sorry, what am I on?
The new king.
Oh, sure.
Cool.
This guy? I'm just gonna remember where he is. He's right under this arm.
That high elf successfully saves. On that. But so yeah, it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And these guys are going to start rushing over here. Down the causeway.
Jesus Christ.
Insane. But that's the high elf. So Lilith, that's gonna be you.
So as of first, can I roll to against the frighten? Or is
That's the end of your
Alright.
turn.
Well, in that case, I shall stay there, and as part of my bonus action, I shall direct the sticky web, to try and pull down one of the nearest ones as well. So they have to take another dexterity saving throw.
Well, because of some very smart tactical decisions on your purpose, he is pulled 20 feet in the direction of the web to where there is no purchase and falls immediately into the lava. So you see this web just there goes 350 years of art, culture, and thinking about the nature of life.
And stupid leaf architecture. It's tacky. It's tacky. I'm so
I agree.
It's tacky.
No, it's one of my favorite things I've left.
And I shall use infestation at one of the ones that's nearest to me, and a cloud of like tiny children swarm out and coat him.
Hell yeah.
And so you make a Constitution saving throw.
I want to be a father.
He makes a con saving throw, which he succeeds.
I see.
Very well.
Well.
But is that half damage still or no?
It does not.
Okay, sorry, yes, gotcha. Yeah, the target must use a Constitution saving throw, or it takes 20 and moves 5 feet in a random direction. Gotcha, okay, cool. Succeeds on that saving throw, and then are you gonna hold your position or move away?
I'll stay there.
Cool. Awesome. That's
But I take the opportunity to call out Efink, stay strong. You're better than this. You deserve better.
I mean, I deserve better than being the queen on the good guy's side. You know what? You see where I'm at.
You do what makes you happy, but he's so, ugh.
He's gross. I think he's gross.
I had a hairy thing back in the day. It was anyone with a beard, and I would, have
They
it.
all have beards. All men have beards in this world.
Yes, but not high elves. It was a new novelty.
and at the end of your turn, you may roll again that wisdom saving throw.
That'll be 20.
You lose the frightened condition. You are no longer frightened.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Well, she's not so impressive after all.
You see that Galfast looks at you with the frying pan in her hand and says, "Now look here, mister, I got no problem with you. You've been chasing us ever since Rookland, and all I ask is that you let us pass by."
I kind of slowly stare at the frying pan and the already exhausted halfling on the ground and say, "No."
Says, "All right, well, you can't say as I didn't warn you." And Galfast deals
Big
you
pan.
3, 5, 9,
Jesus.
15 plus 9. First 24 damage, and then 11, 12, 17. 26 damage. So 50 points of damage. You see that it says, like, "I may have been a gardener once, but I've hiked all across the world of Elna, and I've learned that some things need to be put back in the grave." And lifts up, bang, 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 bang.
He really can't handle those halflings.
She's fighting with Cooper. What the heck, Leiland?
You're telling me this is crazy!
Come on, Leland, what are you doing?
The thing is fucking...
No.
Markus cast a whole death circle earlier, and you can't handle a frying pan?
Pay attention when I do cool things! I want to be beaten by a small one! Come on!
I ain't no shame in being beaten in a fair fight, sir. You see, that's her turn. Drova, for her turn, goes, "I miss the Shire." And that's her turn. And then... Oh, sorry, Rockland. And then Leiland.
Yeah.
Believe Leiland, it's going to be you.
Okay. Well, after the series of hammering blows and insults echoing through the caldera of the volcano,
What are you doing?
I know that word.
I the final hit, kind of look back. The burning anger of the small blue flames burning bright within the inside of the helmet. I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to use my Hexblade's Curse against this fucking halfling. And I'm going to unload with Griefmaker, Runeblade of Twilight. It's like,
Hell yeah.
It's like, you carry a mighty weapon, but this has felled hundreds of your allies. And sweep down 2 strikes. That's going to be 27 for the first attack.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, for sure.
All right, and so that for damage on that will be 2 plus 12, 14, 19 points of damage.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
And the second one is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 does hit, yes.
And that's going to be 23 points of damage.
Ooh, damn. You unload with Griefmaker and go to plunge into this halfling's heart. You see that each time you go straight for the heart, and with a dexterity of a trained fencer, this pan brings your sword across Galfast's shoulder, scours in, blood scatters behind her, and then once again, cleaves across her ribs. She says, "Oh, you are a fine fencer, sir, and my hat's off to you."
Leland, what are you doing?
So Leiland,
Do you need some help?
Do you need help?
I've got this!
Markus, do you see what's going on over there?
I am the king of the Vinguri!
Yes.
I will slay this tiny, wretched gardener on my own!
We all can't wait. We all can't wait.
Pants or
Look,
something.
Leland, we can trade places. You can get the giant
Focus
eagles.
on the fucking king of men!
Okay. All right.
I wonder if Leland gets scared of breakfast too. If he's so afraid of frying
Markus,
pan.
are you dealing with too
That's
much
my
over there? Do you think you can give him?
Big old eagle.
Yes, Marcus, say that you're fighting the eagle, and then you know, do the Leiland thing.
Incredible.
Leland's a little overextended right now. If you could just give him a hand.
Incredible. I'm going to need. That's going to be. It's Kasara's turn once again. I'm going to need wisdom saving throws from everybody and
damn it.
Jeremy.
All right.
Okay,
Oh wait, I guess I could.
I do take it,
I
yeah.
just still read it. I don't know what it said.
Jesus
Oh, then we'll get it.
Christ.
Do you know what I rolled? A 3.
Oh my
I'm
God.
increments of 1, differentials
wow.
of freaking 1.
But in
Dang
17
it.
turns, you're going to be killing it.
Okay, that is 17 for Soakbar and advantage for this. That's 11. This is a wisdom.
This is wisdom. Yes,
All right,
that's
so
correct.
that is 11 plus 14 for both.
14 for both you and Jeremy. Cool.
Oh, sorry. No. Sorry.
17?
17 for me, 14 for Jeremy.
Gotcha. Cool. Let's go around. What do people get?
21.
21?
14 plus 6, so it's 20.
20. Cool.
13.
13. And then Soakbar, you got those two, and then Lois?
17.
17. Gotcha.
And 16.
16. Cool. So Kasara raises her staff aloft. And this is going to be a lot of dice.
Oh,
Here's a question. Maybe it's a good time for a question. We at one point got plus 17 temporary. Did that
19,
go?
plus 19.
19.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did that go away?
You subtract from that
Great,
first,
perfect. That's what I
and
was
then
thinking.
once that's gone, it's gone.
Great. I wasn't sure if it was like only stayed for like around. Cool.
But I guess similarly, but yeah, is that aura in one specific place? Because there's also advantage to strength checks there, right?
Oh,
That aura,
right.
Is that still
Yes.
in play, or is that
Okay, cool.
does the aura still exist there, or is it around Lilith,
Oh,
like- or does it has it dissipated by now?
it's the
here,
yeah, it's
right?
around there, yeah.
Cool. So everybody that failed those saves,
And what was the
what
DC?
was the DC?
the DC was 18.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, so which is almost everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody that failed those saves takes 48 points of radiant damage. You guys each take 24 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Gulp.
God damn.
And once you lose your temporary hit points, you
They're
don't lose
gone.
the advantage on strength.
Oh no, you still have
No,
that.
you still have that.
Cool.
Still have that. Yeah, you see that Kasara just raises the thing aloft, and just like spirits erupt from the lava, just pure light of all the people that have been like slaughtered and killed here, and all the sacrifices of blood are released and sent back to the white shores. You can almost feel like, oh, is my soul going? Did you get it? No.
Bowser.
And a tremendous amount of radiant damage happens to everybody. That is Kasara's turn. That's going to be Maggie.
Okay. Here's a question. How powerful is my? Can I like break a bunch of rocks and stuff? Like what? How can I? Is there a way I can like knock them all into lava with like?
Your hammer specifically auto crits and does max damage against objects.
Okay.
So if you want to smash some stuff, you can totally smash some stuff.
Okay. And is it possible for me to smash this? Is it going to destroy this thing, or does it like? knock them
Unfortunately, the
into-
structure of this, as you can
Yes.
see, is there's a lot of these under
Yes.
here. So this is much like, you could, if you crushed this down here, this would still be fine.
I see.
See, but this shit is all very rickety, and you know, if you were strategic about it, right, you could take some stuff out. Like you could collapse like a section of that, probably.
Yeah. Okay. And can I? What's this? The chain. Okay, great. Cool.
You take that chain.
I know.
whip it around.
I was like, can I? What can I do with my limited abilities? Is that possible? Can I lasso all these guys?
If you want to do some kind of crazy chain thing and last a bunch of people, I will let you roll for it. The roll might be very difficult.
That's an interesting heads up.
Do it. It's too cool. Go for it.
I would like to lasso these.
Can you
men.
get far enough to get to the chain?
Oh, let me see. So I can move 40, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
40.
But
Very
then-
close. You can take another dash to close ranks with them if you want. I would also say if you wanted to, you could. Where did you start? You started right in front of.
Yeah, I think there.
Right there. There's like a chain right next to you there on that rock. If you wanted to grab, I don't know if you can grab that chain or not.
Do it.
If you want to do some cool shit, you do some cool shit. Hell yeah. Cool. Awesome. So you run up, take your thing, you grab this chain there. This is an insane attack. Look at that long ass chain. So here's what we're gonna do. You are like not proficient in this, right? But in fact,
Immediately tangled. Oh, jeez.
It's like Christmas lights.
okay, so I'm gonna let you make, this is effectively I'm gonna ask you to make an athletics check. Because you are raging, you actually get advantage on this roll, okay? However,
It's also a strength check, right?
it's a strength check, so you have advantage. Even if you weren't raging, you'd still have advantage. So this is gonna be an athletics check. You're gonna need a 25 to get even one guy. If you get a 30, which I think you, which would require you to roll a nat 20.
Yes.
Then you can get more than one guy, and we'll roll for how many you get. So go ahead, you roll twice. You're looking for a 15 or higher.
15.
15, so you get at least one. Now, if this is a nat 20, well, you can get as many as you want.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sweating. 5.
5, okay, cool. So you whip the chain around this guy as your attack. You have completely restrained him with your chain. Hell yeah. As part of the same attack, you whip him up, you're gonna make an opposed strength roll with him. You once again get advantage on this. I'm gonna tell you what you need to beat. You need to beat a 21.
Okay.
So you add the 5 there.
Okay.
But you get to roll twice.
11 plus 5. 2 plus 5.
2 plus 5. Cool. So he's fully restrained, but you don't yank him into the lava yet.
All right.
And you see Telmir rush down here to the.
Telmir, get out of here.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna do a thing.
You see that he looks at you and says, "Daughter of Darkness, I want you to know that I'm not upset or angry. I instead have a calm sense of duty, that I must remove your wickedness from the land. I never get bent out of shape about pretty much anything. Like a leaf on the autumn wind.
Yeah, or like a fucking prick, Dad.
Whoa.
I accept that without reaction."
I want to make this guy laugh. That's like my goal now. Make him laugh.
When people call you daughter of darkness, it's just like, I'm Maggie, I'm my own person.
You have your own hopes and dreams.
Yes,
darling.
it's not my relation to men, it's me.
Efink, that's going to be you.
Okay, I am going to cast Divine Intervention. I am absolutely conflicted. I have my father has a complicated relationship. My husband, who I've hated forever, but now has status, and I'm terrified of Lady Wings.
Beige.
Yeah, Beige Kalsara.
Beige mommy.
Meanwhile, my friends are under attack, so I'm going to step back a little and let my deity kind of intervene and maybe help what I'm going to do. So I have to roll percentile dice, and if I roll.
Before you roll, you're rolling. You need a 14. You need a 14 or under.
14 or under.
Now I'm going to go ahead because this is divine intervention. It's a slim possibility. It's 14% possibility. We're going to bring out the box of doom. For extremely significant rolls, we bring out the box of doom. This is where the rolls that really make or break things happen. There's a very slim chance that this will happen, but if it happens, it will completely change the tide of this battle.
Okay.
So let's go ahead. You can bring the box over there.
What does it do?
The Box of Doom? No. Oh no, it actually has the deity intervene. Like the
In some way,
deity.
shape, or form that the DM decides.
Yes.
And here we go. Let's see. So you need. So you have your percentile
14
dice.
or fewer.
14 or fewer is what you're looking for.
On the dice. Okay, come on, baby. Come on, Bone Daddy. Yes, 48. So.
So you raise your hands aloft.
Yes,
you go.
please help me, deity who I've worshipped for hundreds of years. I am in a fickle pickle.
You go photo negative, and you hear in your ear.
This is Gogmoth. I'm not here right now, but if you leave your name and the true name of your soul, I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks. Maggie, how do I just stop or what do I do?
No, Dad, just let me come in the room. Just you have to
Okay,
press
I'm
this
having
button.
a hard time because
Okay, it's just you push this.
Okay, oh.
Wonderful. And then you snap out of it.
It was so weird. I wasn't even allowed to leave a message. It said to, and then it just cut off.
He was never
Oh
good
no!
at
Yeah.
those
So as it goes,
singing
boop,
stones.
and then you may speak whatever you wish to Gogmoth.
Hey, Bone Daddy, whenever you're ready, I have so many decisions to make. Everyone's in a fight right now. Kind of really the end. Okay, see you later. Peace out. I love you very much. Bye.
Dad, be here for once. Bye.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Continuing
So that's your action.
That's my action, and I want to cast Sanctuary. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my friends, or 6 on my husband. I'm gonna roll a die for it to see who I do. Okay, you're 30 feet away, so you now have Sanctuary. And if anyone tries to attack you, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, it's so tingly.
If you attack or cast a spell, it'll go away. But for now, you are sanctuaried.
Wonderful. Very cool. Lilith is sanctuaried. That's great. Moving on.
There's so many moving parts.
That's great.
Hell yeah. At the end of Efink's turn,
What now, Brennan?
at the end of Efink's
45 eagles, you said.
Are we gonna die?
hell yeah.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Wonderful. Cool. You see that Kasara the Beige looks past the screaming lava mog and says, it might be time to start wrapping up here, everybody. This monster is extremely bad. She looks at the anvil, raises her staff.
I want an attack of opportunity on that anvil.
And space and time cleave in a rift of mist. The anvil falls through it. Anyone that would like to may make an Arcana check if they want.
Might as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
10,
19.
Ooh,
26.
11.
I'm not even gonna bother telling
Preston, you see this. 26. She has cast a banishment spell on this anvil. You know, with a 26, it is gone immediately, but is not gone forever immediately. She's got to hold on to that for a minute for it to be well and fully sent into the Nightmare Lands, past the edge of the world, where she is sending it to.
Right.
Excuse me.
Boo.
Yoink.
What?
That's at the end of your turn. That's going to be, that was Efink, Soakbar, and Jeremy.
Cool. I would like to suggest to the lava monster that he might want to take his little crab claws and grab onto Kasara the Beige and just dunk her fully in the lava.
Like a fucking Oreo.
Yeah.
You're looking at that. One thing I will say, let me
Yeah.
actually see something here real quick. Oops, sorry. Little elf.
Get him, Brennan.
This thing.
Yeah!
Oh, no. So the lava
Can't
log
reach.
is stationary and cannot reach Kasara.
Damn.
So yeah, Kasara is not within reach of the lava mog, partially because the part you're seeing of the lava mog is about 20% of its body mass.
Yeah, no, I thought those limbs were longer than that. Damn, that was my plan for that turn.
I rolled my wisdom saving throw, if that's okay.
Oh, that's great.
At the end of
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
turn,
At the end of your turn,
natural
yeah.
20.
Cool. Yep.
I am going to. So I'll rush. I'll ride Jeremy 40 feet. God damn.
There you go.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's about 40 there.
And Jeremy can also take a move and a dash if he wants to use his whole turn, so he can get you even closer if you want.
Yeah. At a certain point, I'm just gonna like run into these motherfuckers, though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, maybe I do it anyway. And then, yeah, sure, we'll dash with Jeremy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Hell yeah, great. I got you here.
Cool. And then 40 is, I guess, there. I'm sort of like next to him,
Yep.
I think. And then what I want to do is I want to conjure animals.
Cool.
I think basically behind this big stretch, but in a place where they can. I want to get them behind these guys and as close to Kasar as I can, so that they can like.
The range on conjure animals is 60 feet.
Yeah, I'm mainly just trying to. I just kind of want to. Is it break your concentration that for banishment? Is that
Correct. Yeah,
cool.
just trying to do damage and see if she loses her concentration.
Cool. Then I will.
How many beefy boys you summoning?
I'm gonna summon. If we're just looking for. Let's do 4 wargs. Why not?
4 wargs.
You riding Jeremy, put your hand to the side of your snout and go, and you see rocks scrambling, and you hear them up above, like, sort of wild wargs that travel around the rim of the scary volcano. And bound down right over here, these nasty goblin boys. Go ahead and roll initiative for them.
Okay, cool. Boop, boop, doop. 5.
No worries, but that probably means they go after you, which means they go sooner.
Hooray.
Awesome.
I'm going to actually bonus action healing spirit right. I'm on top of Jeremy still, so I'm going to healing spirit right on top of me and Jeremy. So this will summon, let's say some sort of spectral toad that'll that's all slimy and will heal things that is in its space. That is a second level. So that will be anything in anything in that space can restore 1d6 hit points. So that is both me and Jeremy.
Cool.
So we'll go ahead and do that. That will be 2 for me and 3 for Jeremy. So I'm at 93, and Jeremy is at 16. He's really low down there, and that was my action. That was my bonus action. Jeremy can't take his reaction because I didn't attack. I think that's everything. I think that's it. The defense rests.
The defense rests.
Or I guess, and I will suggest to the lava mog that maybe he wants to just lift this guy and gently just tilt everyone on there into the lava.
Cool. I'm gonna need because you're giving a complex instruction.
Sure.
I'm gonna need a animal handling check.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and set the difficulty at this. We're gonna say a 15 or higher gets you something like what you asked for, and we'll call a 25 or higher exactly what you asked for.
Yeah, I basically just don't want the bridge to be totally gone. I just want to knock him off.
Cool.
Cool. I am rolling. That is a 19 plus 8.
So you do some crazy, you're like fucking reptile gills, and the lava mog perfectly understands you, and you can feel it like gain a point of intelligence from being in your presence. It's like, oh, like I am safe now. The Beast Lord is here, and turns around to face these two high elves and the true king of Tiriath. Insane. That is amazing. What a roll. Cool. Speaking of the high king of Tiriath, he is going to rush over here, and you see he goes. Corsair, dang it, you gotta stop. Hey, I'm the king of Tiriath.
Okay, buddy, I will.
I lived in the woods for 80 years. I was a ranger, and I know how to make a lean-to.
Yeah, I made a good job sticking to the sea.
You see, he's going to take some swings at you. Here we go.
Wow.
Bum.
It was a phase. It was a phase.
He deals 54 points of damage to you as he goes, my dad-in-law made this sword. It was Birkin, but now it's working again.
It was Birkin.
Yeah, I get you. And he just lashes out this crazy primal swing, scores you for 54 points of damage. He looks like he's like a grimy, like a dirty fighting kind of dude.
How much damage from that strike?
That was 3 attacks that dealt a total of 54.
He's still,
And did those people not fall into the lava?
The lava mug hasn't moved yet. It's just sort of. I've suggested
You've
that maybe it wants to
suggested
do
it.
that, but it hasn't.
Got it.
done
It's
thing.
on its turn.
Yeah.
And Markus, that's going to be you.
All right, so I just took those hits. I'm down to 13 hit points. I'm
Whoa!
yeah.
What?
Oh shit. Okay.
You haven't seen my tricks. And I actually go for the eagle to try and mount it.
Cool. I'm gonna ask you to make an opposed athletics roll. Opposed acrobatics roll.
And you roll at advantage.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
no.
It's strength.
No,
right?
sorry.
Oh, no, it's
You can you can roll with advantage if you want. I'll let you do athletics or acrobatics, but I'll tell you what you have to beat.
Oh, acrobatics.
Go ahead and roll whatever you want to roll.
Do you want to?
Whatever you
Just remember that if you do athletics, that it's at advantage.
Okay, I'll just do acrobatics because it's safer. I rolled an 8.
Well, let me tell you what this eagle rolled, which is a natural 1. So you like square up to do some kind of cool thing with him, and he's like, "Bring it, Corsair, come on!" And you leap up, grab this eagle, and like right in like the soft thing, because its beak is hard, but it meets flesh, and you like get your hand behind the back of its beak, deep in its flesh, and it goes, Stop! And you are fully up on this boy. That's just your movement. Truly insane.
Well, now what?
Well, now if he's riding an eagle.
Yeah. Now I'm on the bird.
Incredible. Yes, here we go. I love it. You're a bird boy.
Everything is silly.
Okay, so
Everything is so silly.
He's surfing from this.
It's like surfing. Okay, all right, Iffy, you've jumped on an eagle. So what happens next?
all right, so now that was just plan 1. I did have a whole plan for this eagle. So
I definitely have
if I were to animal handling this eagle, will it fly for me?
This eagle is a sentient being. I'll let you make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna definitely do a persuasion check. I didn't know it was sentient. I'm like, look, man, I'm about to make a ton of money. I don't know what eagles like, but I can get you whatever you like and then some. And look, sexy eagle ladies, I'm sure that you can, I don't know the mating rituals of your kind, but I'm gonna give you whatever you want. Just help me beat these fools.
All right.
Promising sexy eagle ladies?
All right. I've set the
Great
DC in my head for this persuasion check.
In high school.
You go ahead and roll this persuasion check and let me know what you get.
Ooh.
16.
16. You see.
Could have rolled anything and it would have been amazing. And I rolled a 2, so it's 16.
So it's
I have plus
16.
14.
You see.
I feel you.
So you see that the eagle looks at you and says, "Oh, sexy eagle lady, huh? Okay. Well, let's talk, dude." And flies you out over the vast sea of lava, swivels you down to one of his claws, and is like, "So, like, what kind of cash are we talking? Can I see something in writing?"
Contract.
So at this time, let's keep this going. I'm gonna pull out my hearing stone to call my boys back on the siren.
Cool. You hear right, sir, it's old Pickering here on the siren. We're about halfway to Kellentor.
All right, yeah, Pickering, how about you first say how much cash we're gonna make from this job, and then see how much we can cut in our eagle friend here.
We'll make about 2.5 million pieces of gold, the largest mercenary transaction that's ever been in the world of Elna. And I'd say we're getting about 25 artifacts in the bargain, a number of arcane cannon, there's a number of suits of armor, fine masterwork blades.
See, the eagle goes, I want a gold nest.
Pickering, can we get our friend here a gold nest?
I don't know what that is, but yes, we can.
All right, just tell my man's here on the line and he'll get you a gold nest.
Insane.
Wow. Equivalent of wanting like a gold house.
Incredible. That's your turn, cutting a deal with an eagle out over the lava caldera.
I can't believe how complicated everything is.
Cool. Incredible. It's the eagle's turn. This eagle departs from you, flies right over your head, Krastoon, and if someone would pass me Drova, you see that Galfast tosses Drova up to the eagle, and the eagle carries Drova away, leaving just you and Galfast.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, no, that's Galfast, so go ahead and give me...
I thought the one who had fallen over was
so
clearly the one who was passed out.
So you watch, and he goes like, you see that Galfast says, Be well, Miss Longfoot. I'll see you back in Rockland in short order. I just got some business to take care of. And the eagle flies away. Those are the eagles. That's going to be your wargs and then the lava mog.
Great. I would like the wargs to move as there'll probably have to be a movement and a dash. Can they
Their
dash?
speed is 50. They can dash.
I would like them to, if at all possible, I'd love for them to be able to attack Kassara the Beige. If they can't get that far, I'd like them to get as close as they possibly can.
75. They can close with Kassara. So they can't, then have to use a dash to get there.
Right. I think that is fine. I think probably lining them up there, fencing her in. I'm kind of okay with that. Maybe one hanging back in case she does something fucking crazy.
Good call indeed.
Actually, maybe two hanging back.
Two hanging back in case
two basically just I think that makes sense.
Cool.
And they're just gonna be poised, ready to push her into the lava or.
Do you want them to attempt to push her in or to attempt to damage her?
Well, she's got wings, right?
Yeah.
Will the pushing her affect her concentration?
Probably not. Probably damage will affect concentration.
Yeah.
Wargs can't grapple, can they?
They can.
Can they
Grappling doesn't affect spellcasting altogether that much.
Got it. But they couldn't basically suicide drop them grapple and just fall into the lava.
They are loyal to you. If you want them to try to make the suicide play, you can totally do that.
Eat her wings. Yeah, just bite onto the wings and
Regardless,
fly off.
it takes their turn getting to them.
Sure.
And now what we're going to do is we are going to. That's a.
Mog.
Now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna move this claw and I'm gonna lift this. I don't know if lifting this will do anything to Stalker, to Percival. If it does, he's in a tremendous amount of trouble. Let's see if it hurts him. Insane. Well, so here's what's gonna happen. But you see that the lava mug does delicately put it back down. These two are fucking toast. There's no reason to roll for it. And I'm going to make a box of doom roll now.
Oh my gosh.
Here's
we have to kill a very important NPC.
Here's the deal. Percival has got a +2 dex save.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not very good at all. I'm gonna set the DC at an even 17 for him to catch on to the rock. If he rolls a 15 or higher, he will be clinging to a spar of rock. If he rolls a 14 or lower, he's gonna hit that lava. He looks at you, Efink, and you see he goes, listen, I know you don't like to live on dirt, but you could live with me in the big house in Kellentor. We could be happy there.
That sounds lovely, but foreboding.
No, the only thing that's foreboding is my heart.
Your what? Your what? One more time.
My heart. Come on, be my girl, be my wife. Ah! And he is flung through the air and is about to hit the lava, gets snapped by one of these yellow tentacles and sucked into the maw of the lava log. You see that Kasara says, "The true King of Tyriath, the heir to the throne of Kalantor." And you see that Telmir goes, "This too has come to pass, and I don't react."
Nothing.
I also am pregnant. That is a dirty lie. I do say it.
Truly insane.
Wow.
What's happening?
I mean, you get closure the way most of us never do.
That's true.
Oh, that's true. Who needs divorce papers when death is involved?
Yes, the heir to Tyriath has been swallowed by a lava monster, and that is fucking wild. You see that Galfast looks up and says, "It's all right, Mr. Beige. Wouldn't it make more sense to have some sort of democracy or something like that? We have elected mayors in Rutland, and it's a much more egalitarian way to run your society." It's going to now go back to top of the order, be the High Elves, who haven't even gotten to attack. All these guys are fucking dead.
Well, I'm in a great position, really.
Yes, these guys are going to take, one is going to take a swing at Jeremy. Misses.
Yeah.
Another one's going to take a swing at you, Soakbar. Hits you one time for 5, and then 13 points of damage from one of the High Elves.
Great.
And slashes you with a weapon.
Down to 80 HP.
That's going to be Lilith.
So, first of all, as my bonus action, I'd like the web to whip out at Lord Xanax.
Telmir, yeah, Lord Xanax! Telmir the Calm. Wonderful, so he's got to make a strength saving throw.
A dexterity.
Oh, a dexterity saving throw. Gotcha, cool. Well, let's make a dexterity saving throw for our buddy here. He does not have a good dexterity saving throw. His dexterity saving throw is 3. He just rolls 15 or higher. Okay.
What is happening?
Truly what is happening? Truly, actually, what is happening? So I'm gonna get out the box of doom again. Here's the deal. Telmir the Calm does have a feature called Indomitable, which means that he may re-roll a saving throw if he don't like it. That being said, he's still gotta roll a 15 or higher to succeed. So we're gonna get out the box of doom again.
Doom heavy battle.
I'm just gonna call this battle, yes, closure. So many things.
Okay, so he's got to roll 15 or higher. Here's the first roll. 10. He's going to re-roll.
Oh my gosh.
It's like it's a mountain of doom.
But it's not. It's a scary volcano. We can't stress that enough legally speaking. This is a very scary volcano and
very scary
mountain of doom.
Telmir looks at you and says, "Daughter, now that your scruffy husband has been eaten by this big...
It's a lava mog.
A what?
It's a lava mog.
Quiet, you turtle."
Okay.
You're more than a turtle.
Okay, it's just fine.
You see, he looks and says, "It is time for you to return to Caer Bloodwind and to return to..." Oh no. And you see,
I love you and I just wanted to make you proud.
and he bam hits, drops, He hits the fucking lava. I am going to. Now I'm going to be, because you've just fucking axed 2 of the hugest NPCs, I'm gonna actually roll damage to make sure that these guys actually are like dying.
For both of them, yeah.
For both of them. So we're gonna roll damage. This is going to be the most damage dice I've ever rolled, maybe playing D&D. This is gonna be 18 D10.
Oh my lord.
Let's go ahead and see how much damage each of these boys takes. Do I have?
I want to hear that.
Do you need
I want to hear
some
that dice drop.
Yeah. I haven't needed dice in
D10's here if you need it.
D10's here. We need it. Yeah, let me go ahead and grab it.
Oh, wait, actually, I have a ton of D10s.
All right, vampire over here.
Vampire.
Yep.
There you go, exactly. Oh my God. All right.
You have enough?
Woo! Look at all them D10s. All right. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Man.
6, 7,
What spell did you use?
8.
I just, it's a grasping vine or grasping web, you know?
It is a spell that is totally reasonable. It is not an overpowered spell. It just pulls somebody.
This particular circumstance?
Yeah, the topography here is really conditional.
Okay. Each of them is going to take 13, and then 18 is 31, 40, 48, 56, 76, 87, 91, 94, 103. Each of them takes 112 damage each. 112 damage each.
Oh no. Okay.
Leiland, how you doing?
Don't worry. I'm going to finish off this happening and then take out the king himself.
I just so I can see what happens behind me.
There's 2 eagles. I'm going to take them all out.
Leiland, the eagles are gone.
As soon as I finish
I'm gonna
this
get that
fucking
anvil.
halfling.
Nobody tell me.
Save that anvil, too.
Leiland, are you sure you're not overextended over there?
Don't worry, Markus. I'll come help you in just a second.
It feels like all you have to do is press down, and you'll hit something important.
Incredible. Yes, you see Telmir hit the lava and go, I hate this mountain. When he is gone. And then, but you can feel Stalker in the gullet of the lava mog, kind of going like, ding, 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 lava bear.
Don't you hurt her! Don't you dare hurt her!
Everyone go ahead and take your dice back. Go ahead and grab your, you pass that around.
That's amazing.
Insane.
Get them all?
Hell yeah. Lilith, that's your bonus action.
I'd like to take my turn now.
Oh my God.
That is wild.
Wonderful, thank you.
So,
I love
This is
Dungeons
so
and
silly.
Dragons.
This right here is very, everything that's going on behind
But
you.
it's so makes so much sense. Oh yeah.
Incredible.
I haven't moved the entire time. I'm so scared.
Amazing.
Oh, there's a little bucket. Give that to Leiland.
You were looking for something that wouldn't pass a torch through it. Here's a bucket.
So yeah, Lilith, what's your turn?
so Lilith concentrates very hard, and the webs go. And instead, she reaches her arms out, and the gravity in a 50-foot radius that just catches all of the elves reverses, and they start falling towards the ceiling.
Incredible.
And they have to make some dexterity. If there's something they can grab onto, they can try and make dexterity saves.
If there's something they can grasp onto.
Yes.
Stalactite.
Hold on a second.
There was one dude wrapped in chains.
Actually, wait, yeah, you see this one guy over here goes, ah, and you're holding a balloon elf in your hand.
Can you put him on a little platform above?
Insane.
That's amazing.
That's so funny. All right, so they're making dexterity saving throws, or they are flung up to the ceiling. Does it mention what the results of being flung up to the ceiling?
It's a range of 100 feet. If they hit something in the meantime, they hit it as if they've been falling.
Take falling.
If not, they hover up there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Cool.
What is that
Until
called?
she stops the spell.
Okay, cool.
And they fall 100 feet.
They have all 100 feet.
So funny.
Incredible. Okay.
What is that?
Wonderful. So these three all just fucking.
Yes.
Yeah, all three of these fucking guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put them. They're way higher than this, but we'll put them out over here. Just so we know what the fuck is going on with them. The other two guys, now does it say they make their dexterity save that they are immune to the effect?
The gravity is still reversed.
Yeah, they're not immune to the effect. They're just holding on to something.
They've managed to hang on.
Insane. So these guys are all flying up into the air. The other two guys, this guy grabs onto that ladder, and you see that the other guy grabs onto the first guy. Like, Andriel, please, hold tight, my brother. And you see, and then your guy is up in the chain as a balloon.
Yeah, balloon.
Yeah, we've covered this.
Very good.
Very good. Just
I have 2 hammers.
Straight up Kratosing with an elf on a chain.
Insane.
Doing, 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 doing.
Amazing. So awesome. Lila, so you reverse gravity. Do you want to take your movement?
Oh, I think I'm all right here. I'm just going to hang out here.
You see, as you do that, the lava mog turns over to you and goes like,
Oh, go on.
you guys see, Galfast is gonna swing at you with the pan.
For it.
Go for it. Incredible.
Look out, Leiland!
Please.
I've seriously got this. Be careful. Focus on your own shit.
She's got cookware.
Oh my God.
Is that iron? Is that an iron?
Galfast misses twice.
Ah!
Goes cling clang. You're like, but you feel yourself being like, my God, a pan is not a good weapon.
No,
and it's just moving lightning fast. Clang 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 clang. But that's Galfast's. That's Galfast's turn. That's gonna be Leiland. That's your turn.
All right. That's right.
Leland.
Very well. Tiny one. Your friend is safe for now, but we'll hunt him down to the ends of this planet. And you will fall here today. After which I look over my shoulder and see that everyone else is just gone and be like, what the fuck? Where did... Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and take 2 strikes.
Incredible.
That is gonna be a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
And that will be... Ooh, 25 damage.
Ooh, okay.
And the last one is 15 to hit.
15 does not hit. I go again. Galfast looks up at you and says, Molly, but you are a good fighter, sir, and there's no doubt about that.
Hey, could you just be like slightly more invested in this aggressive exchange of deathly blows? I want you to fear me.
Well, I want you to be my friend, and there's no doubt about that either, sir.
I really hate everything about you. Your species, I will wipe out everything in Rutland when I'm done with you.
Well, if you come to Rutland trying to wipe us all out, you better be ready for a big old picnic dinner, because we'll be taking you out and talking some sense into that old noggin of you. Clank, clank, clank. You know.
Which in that moment, seeing that frying pan, knowing the pain that it's caused, and as simple as that conversation was, there is a moment of deep dread in Leland's face as he begins to imagine an entire rolling countryside of fucking Galfasts.
She smiles, winks, and we move on from there as you still have your duel on the bridge over the lava. And it is...
that these tiny and cheerful people haunt your dreams.
There's a deep-set scar on my undead soul from this day forward.
Awesome. Kasara is going to go.
No.
No. Okay.
I know what she's gonna do.
She looks at all of your wargs and goes,
So, by the Bog Lord, there is a world where you would ally with us to protect the wild places of nature. Does that not entice you at all?
You don't like my wild things.
Well, I mean, look at them.
What do you? Well, that is so rude. That is so rude.
She turns around and says, "Creatures, be gone from hence." And casts Dispel Magic.
Okay. Nothing I can do about that?
There is absolutely nothing you can do about that.
All right.
It
All
fucking blows.
Oh, okay.
She said she's dispelling the magical effect.
All right.
Which is a big old bummer. But you see, and after that, she takes off.
No!
And starts to fly up out of the caldera.
Oh.
What can I do? There you go. But yes, she begins to fly up and away. As your wards are dismissed, that is Kasara's turn. That's going to be Maggie.
Okay. I had two thoughts. One, I wanted to use my hammer and my elf balloon to kill these two people, these two elves. Or I wanted to ask, and this is crazy, how feasible can this monster help me? And to I want to jump and attack her. Can I ride her tentacles to jump and attack this?
Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. The lava mog can't communicate with you, but all of its claws are clacking and spinning and whirling. You're pretty athletic. If you wanted to use its moving claws as surfaces from which to leap, I would allow that.
Okay.
You have to make an athletics check. I'm gonna say it is once again a DC, this is gonna be a DC 25 athletics check.
Okay.
At advantage.
Okay.
If she misses, does she fall in the lava?
Very possibly.
Interesting. Doesn't seem
I will say
worth it.
that if you get below a 15, you fall in the lava. Otherwise, you just end up on another platform.
Okay. What do we think I should do?
Yes, do it. Yes,
go for it.
Yes.
Oh wait, what? You
I have never.
too quick.
I haven't healed anything yet, but I can.
I think you gotta go for it.
Okay, I'll go for it.
this
I am also pregnant.
This is a crazy question too. Just to throw out there. The elf balloon that she's
Does
holding.
it function as a second hammer?
I was gonna ask, does it function as a lift device?
Yeah, helium.
Because the
Oh, wait a minute.
The gravity
If
is
you leave
reversed.
the elf there, you can't possibly fall in the lava because you would be suspended
As
by the
long as
reverse
she's in
gravity.
the
I have the gravity
As long as
spell.
she's in the 50-foot radius,
Yes.
it's a gravity
Which
spell.
is
Yeah, like all
around
of
here.
all around there.
So for part of it, you can almost.
You can Winnie the Pooh. You got Winnie the Pooh ride your way down.
Okay, I'm gonna lower the DC down to 20. If you use the bizarre gravity realm there, I will lower the DC down to 20.
Okay, so my move is then not to travel on this, it's to Winnie the Pooh.
Rather, you are going to use a combination of jumping off of claws and a gravity dimensional shift to jump up to try to hit this flying angel wizard. D&D. Cool. Let's go ahead and you're gonna roll twice. You have advantage. You're trying to beat a 20.
18.
You've already beaten it. You've already beaten it. Roll to see if you crit. You can roll to see if you crit if you want.
13.
Cool. So how far can you move? You leap. How many? I don't have enough flying guys. Insane. Okay. Maggie, I'm gonna need you to now make. So here's the thing. I'm gonna look at your jump calculator real quick.
Is this for my locket, that kind of jump thing?
Yeah, because you're making this insane leap. Oh God, you're running. Okay. Yeah, you're running high jump. Yeah, this is insane.
And I said I was 6 feet tall yesterday.
Yeah, you're running high jump is like 30 feet off the ground already. So you guys watch, Maggie, you've been running on this thing. You got this elf in a chain, he balloons up. You guys see
Maggie kicks off the ramp, swings all the way around up here, with the elf kind of bubbling on top of the gravity thing, like, almost like being pulled back down. You swing around, woo, clip off this stone, bam, off of a high raised claw, and soar through the air. So there is a moment in which you are...
That's true, because she would be technically weightless as she passes.
Yeah,
through
she's
the
weightless
reverse
as she
gravity.
goes
Right.
through.
Yeah.
absolutely, right? So you're totally weightless on the first part of your jump.
Yeah.
So there's no reason that you can't clear an insane distance.
Right.
This is such a beautiful combination.
I love this so much.
a reverse gravity with a balloon elf.
You can call it the winning approach.
Incredible. Here we go. Be safe. You have this. Oh my God. We'll grab this chain here. Okay, so they're gonna have to have fun shooting this in post because here's the visual I want you to see. Kasara is beginning to fly away, having secreted the anvil away. And as she's like, farewell, Galfast, quickly, reach out your hand. Maggie, what do you say as you start just like soaring through the air after her? And this is the visual you guys see here, is her holding this elf on a chain. Go ahead and make your attacks.
This is crazy.
Okay, 14 plus, what do I add?
You can do reckless if you want as
Oh,
well.
yeah, so then that's, okay. 16.
16.
And
Definitely
that's
hits.
plus-
Definitely hits Kasara.
16 plus 11, yeah, so 27.
Definitely hits Kasara. Yep. Do you want to do damage to her, or do you want? Because you actually have multiple attacks. You can do damage in one attack and then also try to restrain her in the other if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do those both of the same.
Okay, cool. So how much damage you do in the first one?
That's what I roll now?
Yep.
Okay. 6, 4, 10, 10, 16.
Jesus.
16. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was 16 plus.
Oh, 16
9.
plus 9, yeah, so 25.
25? Jesus Christ. So first of all, that damage is not only dealt to Kasara, but also the elf. He goes, I'm so sorry, beige mistress, blam! You hear his spine crack as the chain whips around. Now we're gonna make opposed athletics rolls. Might be surprised to find that Kasara, not too athletic. So now on an athletics check, you've just gotta beat an 18.
Okay, so this.
Yeah.
So 15 plus 10, 25.
So, boom! She is like knocked out of the air with a fucking instant elf corpse that is dead on impact, and this loops of chains. So now she is like,
There's a dead
and there's like a dead elf hanging.
And does the dead elf also bring her, like, what?
No, you're out of the gravity sphere now. So
okay,
now
yeah,
he's actually further weighing her down.
Oh, cool. So
Hold on. Okay, so there's this dude. There's no way this is, and I'm gonna say that she lowers a couple feet
Yes.
because also she has to, or she'll fall
my
over.
Lord.
This is insane.
Sure.
Sure, why not? Incredible. So you're flying through the air. By the way, you're up here. You can't fly, so you're very much jumping right now. You are going through the air. You have a bonus action with your frenzy if you want to take it as well. What would you like to try to do?
I guess just hit her, right? Isn't that what I can do?
You can attempt to do more damage. You can also attempt to try and use an athletics check to move her in a direction, whatever you want to do.
Can I move her in the direction of lava?
You absolutely can. Yes, you absolutely can.
That's different than hitting her, because hitting her just lowers her.
Hitting her just lowers her hit points. So
Okay.
you're welcome to do either, whichever one you want to do.
Could just try to like jump on her, or
Not with a bonus action.
Okay. What probably makes the most sense? Trying to move her towards lava so she dies?
It makes a lot of sense.
I mean, getting her closer to everyone else definitely helps.
bringing her down.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. So I'll try to move her down toward lava. with
Okay.
people.
This is incredibly hard, just given the physics of I don't know why I'm bringing physics into this,
Yeah.
but she to get her, hit her, restrain her, and then slam her down. And one action is gonna be very hard. So I'm gonna say that you have disadvantage with this,
Okay.
but because you have advantage, this cancels out, which means you're just rolling one die.
Okay.
We're gonna bring out the box of doom for a third time.
Yes!
We're gonna roll Kasara's first. She gets a +6 to this roll. Okay, that's a 22.
Cool.
So you've got to get a 12 or higher.
Okay.
You guys see out of fucking nowhere, Maggie, who you guys have all kind of like you guys have been running around, you've been fighting Galfast, you are on an eagle's back, you're summoning warriors, you're doing all this shit. Maggie's just kind of been like soldiering up this ramp, got a guy with a thing, and then out of fucking nowhere, hurrah!
This is for my baby!
You see that your fucking eyes shoot flames, huge bloody fangs distend from your maw. Kasara goes, oh my goodness, the ear of the Lord of Shadows.
Why does everyone bring that up? I'm Maggie.
And you see, boom! You hurl her out of the fucking sky. Kasara hits the lava. That falls over. The elf goes down with her. Kasara is going to once again take, and I think I actually do have enough d10s this time, is going to take 18 d10 damage.
Oh my gosh.
This is fucking nuts.
Would you say this affects her concentration?
Falling into lava?
Kasara goes, oh no, not again. And in a blast of radiant light, Kasara is gone and the anvil reappears. Incredible. And now, Maggie, you just gotta make an athletics roll the next turn or not fall into lava.
But it basically disappeared 6 seconds ago, reappeared 6 seconds later.
Yes,
right in front of my face.
Right in front of your face, exactly.
I'm still there.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh.
What a fucking turn.
Yes!
Maggie!
Amazing.
Insane. Efink, that's your turn.
I know exactly what I'm going to do. I have still not made up my mind, and I surreptitiously, I glance over at you. You actually seem to be handling yourself, so I'm like, oh, be gone, you sylvan elven creatures of light, and I like kind of go like this, and I heal my husband.
Oh, very cool.
But I try to make it stealthily.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a deception roll if you'd be so kind.
A 7 total.
7.
Yes.
Leiland, you see Efink do that. And I'll say that Lilith, because you're blasting webs out of your butt, you see the same thing as well.
But he does get 70 hit points restored, and I would like to make eye contact with him if I can.
He starts to, well, actually, it's his turn. Yeah, it's his turn. He goes, yeah, gets out of there and starts to leap out of the maw and goes, I didn't love you so much. Bleed me, my partner.
Wait, you don't love me so
I
much?
dang love you.
Oh, you dang love me. Yes, I haven't made up my mind, but I've seen the way you fight, and it is compelling. I might not join your group, but you might have to join mine.
Okay, do I have to live in a stone house?
You have to, I will not make you live.
All right.
Soakbar and Jeremy, that's gonna be you guys.
Great.
Wait, are you taking a bonus action or anything, or are you good?
Bonus action, I might, you know what? I'm going to move for the first time in this encounter. I'm going to move, it's still stealthy and surreptitious, so I'm going to move 10 feet towards him, and that's it.
Awesome.
As I kind of reach out and go,
Incredible. That's now going to be Soakbar and Jeremy.
Great. Well, I am still mounted on Jeremy, and there's a big spectral frog on top of us that's healing us. If I start my turn here, I get another round of healing.
Cool.
So
Great.
starting with this frog, just like, and I'm getting whatever. I should have used two different color ones. Whatever here. 6 for Jeremy, 3 for me. So that'll be Jeremy's now at 22, and I am at 83, and.
that was very noble that you gave your pet the 6, because you did not have to decide that.
I care more about Jeremy than I do anything else in this world.
Cool. Now, Jeremy and I are both like within range of both those guys, right? The two guys.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Well, things seem kind of under control everywhere else, so I guess I'll just attack those guys.
Hell yeah.
All right. Here's the order of things that's gonna go. I'm gonna start with Soakbar, He's gonna make an attack to the guy on the left. Let's
Hell
see.
yeah.
That's gonna be rolling 10 plus 11 is 21.
You hit.
All right. Then I am going to roll.
And this can be 1d6 plus 10 because they're your favorite enemies.
Love it. 1d6 plus 10. That is 5 plus 10. That's 15 damage.
He is on death's door. You thud one axe into the side of his head and just cleave his jaw. Go ahead and take your other attack.
Great. I'll take my other attack. Attack that feller. Is he dead?
He's got 5 hit points left.
Oh,
I missed
No worries. He's looking death's door, hurt very, very badly.
He almost walks into the lava himself.
He's like, oh.
For my second attack, I'm actually gonna attack the other guy.
Cool, go for it.
That's gonna be, that's no good. That is 2 plus 11, that is 13.
13 does not hit.
Very well. And then-
On your turn, you also have coordinated attack.
That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeremy is now going to,
But isn't one of them dangling from the other one? You know what I mean? Up.
Yeah, so you could just focus your attacks on the guy who's... there's one guy's holding the ladder and the other one's holding the other guy.
So if you hit this guy,
So they're actually more like this.
I did not understand.
That's all good.
Okay.
Representing the spatial dynamics of this fight is impossible.
Yeah. Okay. Can he he just coordinated attack. He can't flurry of claw and fang on the coordinated attack, right?
No, look, he gets both. So he can coordinated attack on your turn.
Okay.
And then he can storm of claw and fang on his.
All right, cool. Let's start with that coordinated attack. He'll go for the most hurt one. He rolls. Ooh, that's no good. That is 4 plus 10 is 14.
Does not hit. And now he does storm of claw and fang, so he can attack them both.
Great. Do I roll for each of them or just?
Roll for each of them, yeah.
13 plus 10 is 23.
He hits.
I'll roll for this. I'll just while we're here, and then 9 plus 10, 19.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage for both.
Cool. That is 2d4 plus 10.
Jesus. Concentrate damage so that it's on a hand or something?
Sure. Yeah. Can I just like aim for those hands?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Ooh, that is 8.
Jesus!
Oh no, sorry. 8 plus 10.
These two elves, yes, 18. These two elves that are hanging on in this horrifying gravity bubble that the Queen of Spiders has made look up as you approach, and they can't even defend themselves. They're literally upside down. And just axe, and then Jeremy goes, and you see that there's very slowly and painfully for Jeremy, 2 bone spikes emerge from the pupils of his eyes, and he goes, and injects them into the bottom elf. The elf turns sour green and starts just Violet Beauregard swell. It goes, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Boom! Bursts, explodes into slime, and this elf is flung up and smashes into a stalactite and is dead.
Great. And then I guess I haven't moved. Most everyone else is cleared. Oh, except for except for Hamhead.
Don't worry, I've got this. And then I'm coming to help all of you.
Okay. Would it be Maggie? Would it be helpful? I don't know how good your dex is.
To prevent me from
I was gonna see if I
falling into lava?
suggest that the lava mog maybe try to catch Maggie.
My dexterity
cool.
is 2, and I have advantage.
Cool, the lava mog, awesome. The lava mog can definitely, that's a simple command to catch Maggie.
I will ask lava mog to catch Maggie.
I was planning something, but if the lava mog's got that, then.
And then I guess I guess I'll move. I don't know. Back the way I came. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I'll just head. Yeah, thank you, Matt.
Yeah, take 40 down there.
Yeah.
You guys see Stalker he's on death's door, but managed to leap out and jumps onto the forge over here, away from the lava mug, badly hurt, partially eaten. He goes,
Thanks for saving my life.
Shut up!
No, you're my baby.
No, I know, but just don't tell anybody I did this. This is going to, we're going to have to act this very precisely, and I'm going to need you to just summon every bit of intelligence that you have to pull this off.
You're embarrassed about me for your work friends.
Well, now hold on. Now hold on. Now, I did not say that. I'm saying we're going to have to play this carefully because you see the kind of company I keep.
Smells hot in here.
Yeah, hey, Percival, snap back. Yeah.
Okay.
I know you've been burned, badly burned, but
I live in the
stay
woods,
right
yeah.
here with me. Okay, just pretend that you hate me right now, but follow my lead.
I don't, I love her.
Okay, well, just change the dialogue, just a full 180, actually.
Okay, all right.
So let's try,
I
practice.
love me.
But say I hate you so.
I hate me.
I hate you
Okay.
so.
I'm gonna go get it.
No, stay right here.
You see,
I'm gonna grab his cloak.
Markus, you return. Blam, right where the eagle grabbed you, or right where you grabbed the eagle, I should say. Eagle flies back and goes, shit. Okay, well, looks like I made the right move. Drops you off. Yeah, Markus, that's your turn.
Oh my gosh. What happened? Where's the wizard? Oh, why? I thought you. Well, okay, he's hurt. He made it down to you, but he's on like lava.
There was a lot of gravity that went sideways, if you will.
Oh, Leland's still fighting.
Markus, looks like Leiland needs help.
All right, that's
Still getting wailed on with the pot.
so I rushed down to help Leiland.
Oh, please make the killing blow.
Go ahead and make your attack. Oh, are you going to like?
Yeah, is he able to get through?
I wonder if you're able to get through Leiland there. You might have to make some kind of like athletics or
Oh
acrobatics
yeah,
check.
I was thinking acrobatics. I'm gonna flip over Leiland.
Cool.
to the other side.
Give me acrobatics check.
17 with 4. That's gonna be 21.
You full swashbuckle leap over Leiland and land.
You did it.
You did it. Cool, and go ahead and roll your attack.
All right, time to get sneaky. I roll a 24.
24 hits.
All right.
Yeah. Please.
All right. Oh, let me re-roll that. All right, so that is going to be 10, 20, 29 plus 6. So that's going to be 35.
Leland, clang, clang, clang. The pan spins your helmet around on your undead head, so you're looking at the back of your helmet, and you feel someone push off your shoulders. Everyone sees Markus St. Vincent, like full acrobatic, like ballet dancer, and land like 3-point landing on the knee with your short sword, Fog of War, boom, directly through the upper shoulder of Galfast into her heart. And Galfast falls.
Okay, as she's falling, I use Fog of War to come down here, and when Leiland turns his helmet around, you did it! You did it! You killed me! You killed me!
Wow! And everybody, we all looked at each other.
That's a great job, Leiland. You really did it there, yeah, it's great.
Yes, she ran right into your sword. You had it in just some crazy
And it was
right
actually,
position.
it was perfect that your helmet was backwards.
Oh,
because,
yeah.
I mean.
You say while plummeting from the sky.
So it was equally as impressive as Maggie's thing. We all saw it.
It was very good.
As Leiland sees the dead happening, goes, mid-phrase, it's like, I will tear your son. Now, onto you, Cassara.
Oh, just take the win where you can.
Just stab the body twice.
You see that, Maggie,
Terrifying.
you land from your incredible defeat of Cassara, and a crab claw catches you, and see a weird lava tentacle comes and like smooches you on the side, and brings you back down. We'll go to Lilith. You've got these badly injured elves up in your bubble. They all
Are
look
they still floating?
still floating. Yeah.
I was like, whoop.
Minimum damage on falling damage from that height, they're all fucking toast. So they like fall off, smash skulls into the stone.
Very cool.
And you guys, hold on 1 second. And you, lieutenants.
You want your?
Oh yes, I'll take Galfast there. Lieutenants of the Bloodkeep, the anvil is restored. You are victorious. Forces of light are defeated. The anvil is back in front of you.
Can I try to get him to role play with me so it seems like some natural form of him joining the team?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Ooh.
9.
Yeah, you can get him to role play with me. You can try to get him to role play.
Okay.
If you see actually that Stalker walks up to Galfast, who has just been killed, and you see that he does not heal Galfast, but does cast Spare the Dying. So you now have an unconscious Galfast here with you that he proceeds to start tying up and restraining with rope.
All right, still alive. Sounds about right.
Yes, almost there. Now, Stalker, about this business of us divorcing.
You don't want to be my wife?
Well, remember all of the divorce papers I've sent you? Well, okay, so now you're going to sign them because I hate you.
Which part is the lie?
Wait.
Is there a lie?
No, there's no lie. Sign the papers and we'll divorce right now.
I don't know how to write my name down.
Okay, right. Okay, what do you want? King of men and elves and dwarves?
Okay, all right, well, you stabbed up the little gal real good, so I thought I'd put some, you can make a poultice out of, there's plants, you got herbs, and there's secret elf medicine.
Wait, are you suggesting that you join our team?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have a new team member, and he and I are
I'm gonna pump the brakes on us. This guy who just stabbed me 3 times made me have to fly up, make a good sum of my money
Now we
to
can.
share with that eagle up there, who I am assuming is gonna stick with us.
Well,
See, he looks down and says, I got your back.
Well, now, we can use all the allies we can get, and the rightful king of Tyriath on our side is quite an asset. Efink, may I have a word with you, please?
Yes.
You see that as you pull Efink aside, and you look down at this halfling with multiple stab wounds that you've literally put into her torso, and then
Leiland didn't.
and then this guy Stalker holding her now, and with a little bit of this like elven medicine, this like ointment ranger stuff on her. You see like a sort of pale, deathly glow, sort of blood starts to flow again. You have a vision of far off Ruckland and that threat of picnics. Maggie, you see that all around, you see that a bunch of Lilith's kids go, Maggie, that was awesome. You're a badass.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
You see that the giant eagle sort of hops over to you and says, look, now that we're out of the fight, you and me got to talk about percentages and some real numbers.
Okay, you put an S after percentage, which means like, so are you joining the crew?
I mean, I want to know what we're making on this job, and I want to know the other jobs that depend on this, because I want to get cut into the back end of those as well.
Okay, we're gonna talk, but this is gonna be a more formal discussion. I don't want no handshake deals that you can back out.
Handshake deal? We had a talent shake deal, my man. We were
Yeah,
up there.
you
were talking a lot when it was go
stands.
time.
That deal stands. You know, you will get your golden nest or what have you, but you know, this other back end deal stuff. I mean, but if they're in the realm of golden nest, I got you.
And you see, as you and the giant eagle start to quibble over cost, you see that the lava mog turns over to you, Soakbar, and scratches your turtle shell with these giant claws. And you see he goes, and you see a tomb split open, and a tiny little bundle of clawed little gooey blobs start to spill out into the lava.
2 births in one day.
This is indeed a blessed occasion.
And with that, we'll catch you guys next week on Escape from the Bloodkeep. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, man. We back, baby. We back.
Storm the Bloodkeep! Find the traitors!
Then I push him into the ground.
You're not gonna downplay the cool-ass shit that I did.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Shopping trip!
Double pants! Double pants!
I'm going to need you to help forging a new crown.
Maybe next time, that'll be the first thing out of your mouth.
That was the most intense thing I've ever seen.
That was amazing.
Guys, that's it for this chapter of Dimension 20. But wait, hearken. The cry of more full episodes of Dimension 20. They call out to you from dropout.tv. Will you not run to their aid with your free trial today?